Alright. One more second. I'm just trying to get all this up. Trying to get this to you guys as quick as possible. A major tornado outbreak is currently underway. I repeat, we have a major tornado outbreak that is currently ongoing. This is a bad situation, guys. This is a bad situation. 8 tornado warnings right now. We have 2 confirmed. The system is just dropping tornadoes out of the sky. Near Texas, we have one near Lametta. This also looks like it could be producing at least some form of tornadic rotation. It's hard to tell. It's pretty far from a radar. Right near St. Louis, though, we have this line that has just been dropping tornadoes out of the sky. Oh, shoot. Let me update that. It's not part 2. Not part 2, guys. Shoot. I was in such a rush. That was from last stream. Anyway, this thing's been dropping tornadoes out of the sky. This is not a slight risk. Slight enhance. This thing's been dropping tornadoes out of the sky. This is just something that I had to go live for. Usually, if it drops a few tornadoes, I don't go live for it. But this thing, it won't stop. It's not stopping. All of these little spots right here have been producing tornadoes. We've seen many. There's been damage reports with many. We have seen a few debris balls, which is never a good sign. We have 2 observed right now. This one right near Walshville. If we look at velocity, it's definitely a couplet with that one. And then we look at the one down. Oh, same one. It looks like they just got 2 warnings on that. Sounds typical. But anyways, it's bad. This is bad. I don't think we have seen something this volatile in atmosphere since we had that outbreak back on March 14th. This is a quasi-linear convective system. What that means is these storms basically are part of a big line of storms. So they won't be as strong as your regular supercells, but they still have they still are producing pretty significant tornadoes, and they're coming quick. There's not time. If you're on the way of this, you need to get underground, get to a safe room, because this thing, it might not have a tornado warning on it down here, but this can literally drop a tornado, and the tornado can be lifted before there's even a warning on it. We've seen that before, where the tornado comes down so quickly, EF2 and EF3 sometimes even, that it's not warned in time, because it's literally between radar scans.
Looks the most concerning. It's been the strongest area of rotation that we've had thus far over the last, really, 20 minutes or so. And this one, again, could drop a potentially, strong tornado if we get one here. That'll be moving towards Coffin over the next several minutes. And then the rotation near Raymond is still strong. Which, again, Connor Croft is near right now. That rotation is still pretty strong. That's going to be approaching Witts, Illinois over the next several minutes. We have another pocket of rotation near Pocahontas that's trying to intensify. This could drop a tornado in Pocahontas or, Greenville. If you're in Greenville or Pocahontas, Illinois, you need to go to your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building.
Tornado,
That could drop a tornado at any time. But the storms that are down near Belleville do not look nearly as concerning at this time for a tornado, but they are still producing the threat of some significant damaging winds upwards
Okay, this one's not been on the ground. This one up near Solmetta, I've heard, has been doing some damage. If I can find what storm that is, we got quite a few to look through. Oh, don't tell me that's a tornado. Okay, for a second that almost scared me. I thought that was a debris ball.
And once again, this is the rotation in Texas. We'll keep checking up on it. No correlation coefficient drop, which means that it's
Tornado. I can't find where Tornado is.
It's still a strong area of rotation, so continue to stay in your safe place if you're in a tornado warning in Lametta, Texas. And we'll wait for another radar scan. Again, the strongest area of rotations north of Hillsboro and northwest of Greenville, Illinois. Again, all this moving east at 45 miles per hour. Power off in Highland. Thank you for the report. This rotation is still strengthening near Sorrento. New CC update in a second. And this could go on the ground if we get a tornado. It could be strong. This is the strongest area of velocities I've seen, at least going away from the radar so far out of this area of storms. And this, again, if it does drop, would be strong.
Let me try and find what they what they're talking about. Tornado, where is this? Walshville.
If you know any friends or family in southern or western Illinois, and give them a call or text. Make sure they're aware of this threat. I know there's only a severe thunderstorm watch. With that said, we've had multiple tornado warnings. We've had multiple confirmed tornadoes.
Right here. Yep, I see what they're talking about.
And it's very possible that we get, you know, maybe even a strong tornado out of this activity. With how crazy this has been. We are down to 4 tornado warnings, by the way. They've dropped a lot, mainly because the 2 tornado warnings here in western parts of Illinois are very large. They've basically replaced the multiple tornado warnings that we had. So, just keep that in mind. Again, we only have 4, but they're covering like 80 miles of range here.
Yeah, huge tornado warnings.
Yeah, it's about 70 miles of range in western Illinois that's being covered by these tornado warnings. And we don't have any CC drop right now. And again, a CC drop would mean that there's a tornado on the ground. We don't have any of that yet. But that could always change as this area of storms continues to move eastbound here across western Illinois over the next several minutes.
6:31. It's 6:32 right now. So let's. We have a storm chaser on it up here.
East of Sorrento.
This is pretty bad quality. It's really hard to tell.
Let's circle all the rotation again. We got one here, we got one here, we got one here, and we kind of got some down here. It's not much. The ones that are down on the southern side of this MCS are a bit weaker. So back near O'Fallon, Belleville, those are a little bit weaker, still areas of rotation. And then back north of that, the 3 other circulations are much stronger. And those also, again, could produce tornadoes at any time. If a tornado does drop, it would probably be out of those 3 northern locations that we're talking about here. That rotation near Lometa, Texas is broadening out right now. So still a threat, but that one's a little bit less concerning right now. So just an update there. Connor saw a brief tornado. When? Moments ago? By the way, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Yeah, we'll keep you posted with the latest with severe weather coverage for the next several hours. I think it will be needed for the next several hours because of how many tornado warnings we've had and that are still to come here across much of southern and western Illinois.
Tornado.
And Connor's right now going through storms. I'll quickly
see if we have tornado damage. Let's see pictures of it yet. We definitely will have tornado damage though. This has caused damage. I know that a few of these there have been damage reports.
We got multiple pockets of rotation right now. We'll go back to them in a minute. Let me go back to. We have multiple pockets of circulation. Again, the one that Connor's on is back up near Raymond. It's a broader area of circulation that is moving eastbound, going towards the Colton area and Holman. And then we also have a other area of rotation near Sorrento. This is a large
tornado
area
warning.
of circulation that could.
1 second.
Got another tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We check on this one down south.
This is now on the southern side of all these storms.
The Lometa one definitely looks like it could.
Radar indicated rotation north of Chester, near Redbud, Bloomsdale, Sparta, and Coulterville. This is by far the most tornado warnings I think I've ever covered. We've had so many. If you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately, away from windows and on the lowest
I believe they're talking about that, possibly.
Of your home or building. So another tornado warning. If you know any friends or family in this tornado warning, give them a call or text. Make sure they're getting to their safe place. If you are in any of these pink polygons, you need to go to your safe place immediately. That is a storm shelter, a basement, Lenovo. We're not updating computers right now. Lenovo, or again, go to your storm shelter, away from windows, lowest floor possible.
Don't tell me
Interior
that's
room of your
3
home
ball.
or building. That is a
Okay.
storm shelter, a
Let's
basement,
check
a
on this
closet,
one near
or
Tornado.
a,
These
again,
are really
tornado
kind of
shelter.
pushing
Any of
out,
those
trying to
places.
cause.
You got to go to your safe place.
And
If you're in a mobile home, you need to go to a
Oh,
sturdy
man.
structure. Once again, we have approximately 80 or 90 miles now covered with tornado warnings. We have so many different areas of circulation. It's really unbelievable. None of them right now are at this point confirmed. This one was confirmed. I don't think it's on the ground as of now, but we'll double check, and if it's not, then we'll take off the tornado on the ground tag. I'm not seeing anything confirmed right now in this storm. But once again, just east of Sorrento, Sorrento, Illinois, going towards Coffin. We still have an area of rotation there that could drop a tornado at any time. And then still a stronger pocket of rotation near Greenville and Pleasant Mound, near Interstate 70. And rotation beginning
Injuries
to intensify
reported.
now, just east of Interstate
Looks
55,
like-
near the Danby area, near Fultz, going towards Evansville, Redbud, Coulterville, and Sparta. If you're in that tornado warning, again, go to your safe place, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. Interior room of your home or building. Would this be considered a tornado outbreak? I mean, I almost can guarantee you that this is going to be at least some sort of tornado outbreak. And for the record, a tornado outbreak basically would mean at least 6 tornadoes in a 12-hour period. We've at least, I think, had 3 or 4. Maybe more than that. I mean, we've... again, a lot of the tornadoes that are happening right now are in between radar scans. We do not know, at least by radar, if tornadoes are happening in between radar scans. Because these are every 3 minutes. So between those 3 minutes, we could technically still have a tornado with any of these storms. The Storm Prediction Center has just issued a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that includes western Kentucky, southwest Indiana, and southern Illinois. So if you're in any of these areas, you're under a new severe thunderstorm watch, mainly for damaging winds or hail, but obviously tornadoes still remain a possibility, especially if we continue to have this QLCS continue to produce tornadoes. Which, at this point, I would not be shocked by that.
There's trucks aren't racing
And
this
once
weekend,
again,
bro.
I'm not seeing anything confirmed and on the ground right now.
Y'all just
by
want
radar.
flips, I swear to God.
That does not mean we don't have tornadoes happening, because again, we only have so much information. The scans are coming in every 3 minutes. Still multiple pockets of rotation. I'm going to zoom out again. I'm going to circle all the rotation. All right, all the different areas. One north of Hillsborough. We got a large area north of
Where's
Greenville, Illinois.
Evansville?
We got another kind of anticyclonic area south of Greenville.
Yo, I'm
got
trying to
more
find
rotation
Evansville.
near Interstate 64, west of Centralia. And then we
Not
also have
that
another pocket
Evansville.
east of
Hold
Interstate
up.
55. Once again, this is
Oh,
a
it's this one.
severe squall line. That's actually what they're calling it. They're calling it now a severe squall line that is capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage. Located along a line extending from Woburn to St. Rose to New Memphis. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour. Again, flying debris will be dangerous to anybody that's caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofing, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. O'Fallon is pretty calm right now. Yeah, you've gotten past the tornado warnings. So you're just on the backside of the storms now.
Jeez. All these little spots could definitely...
I wouldn't even rule out that this could go to a derecho sort of event here.
I agree.
I'm not ruling that out. It's a very elongated area here of damaging winds.
This is...
Derecho is essentially just an elongated area of damaging
It goes
winds
all the way
a
up.
line of storms, basically, that produces widespread damaging winds.
Let me get an idea
over
what
basically about
just
a
this.
240-mile length. So this has been going probably for, I don't know, at least
240 miles wide.
maybe about 100 miles now. So if it basically doubled, I think it would be considered a derecho. But again, it's at this point, derecho or not derecho, it's kind of irrelevant. It's all basically at this point just widespread damaging winds and at this point tornadoes too. Again, strong rotation south of Coffin, Illinois. We could get a tornado at any time there. This area of rotation has been the most impressive over the last several minutes. And again, that could drop a tornado. That'll be moving towards Ramsey,
There is
Vandalia,
some hail.
St. Elmo. They'll probably issue a new tornado warning here in a few minutes for this area, like St. Elmo and Vandalia, Illinois, west of Effingham. If you're in Effingham, by the way, you need to be prepared because there's going to be some storms coming toward you. Whether those are tornado producers or whether it's just damaging winds, either way, still damaging. What I want everybody to do right now, if you're out in front of these
Check
storms,
down
in southern Illinois, if you're
Keep
not
checking
in
on this one.
the warnings, but
Yeah,
you're
we
out in
probably have a
front of it,
tornado outbreak right now.
make
Certainly.
sure that you are protecting loose line items.
The one on Lomana is
Bring
almost
the
over
patio
the town.
furniture into a safer spot. Make sure as well
Tornado warning
that you're hatching
or
down
severe
trampolines.
thunderstorm watch
Lawn
also for
trampolines are a legitimate
across
hazard in these sort of
Mississippi.
storms. Cover plants.
Ooh,
Bring
I
the car
want
to
to
the
warn
garage.
that.
Make sure you're protecting animals. If you have pets outside or whatever it might be,
Have any
protect
tornado
them.
possible?
'Cause, again, at this point, we're talking about some significant damaging winds.
Like they just gave it a new
And obviously, tornadoes.
warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, there's your new tornado warning. That's for Vandalia and St. Elmo. Another tornado warning. This one was kind of expected. I mentioned this a moment ago. Ramsey, St. Elmo, Vandalia, right along Interstate 70. It is radar indicated rotation. Seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible.
It
If
is
you are
for
included in
this.
this tornado warning. Yeah, multiple spots of rotation. Your Greenville moving to this area.
This also. Oh, probably want to. Hold up.
How's the rotation in Texas?
Gonna
I'm
want to
looking
watch
right now.
that. Jesus.
It's still there. It's just a bit broader. They might issue a new one on that one, possibly.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have another tornado warning. This one's for Shelbyville, Pana, and Coden.
Honestly, I'm.
That is on the northern side.
You
want to
watch right here.
Squall line. If you're in this tornado
Where this
warning, you need to seek
splits and
shelter
it comes like
away from
this,
windows,
this could
lowest floor
push
possible.
into it and cause a
Rotation
hook to
is
kind of
near
form,
Wits,
and
Highway 16. That's your rotation.
that would not be
It's going
good.
to be moving right along this area,
Oh man.
going towards Pana and Shelbyville. I wouldn't rule out that they issue this slightly further than the north because that rotation's kind of hugging that northern line. We do have a little bit of rotation as well that's anticyclonic near Hillsborough, basically going the backwards direction from what we're accustomed to. And again, that's all moving right now east-northeast. This is never going to end. We have power outages in Texas already. Yeah, I'm not ruling out that we have a lot of power outages right now coming out of this stuff.
Oh yeah, I should
Missouri
probably go
has
over the rest.
21,000 without power. It's not recently updated. Illinois right now only has 7,000 without power, but that's also not recently updated. So there are a lot of power outages. Also, make sure if you're anywhere in these areas that you are getting flashlights handy because
Very
power could go out.
dangerous.
Make sure that you have candles, some sort of source of light. Charge your phone. My phone was at 2% earlier. Don't have that happen, especially if you lose power. Charge your phone.
That's how it always is. 5% performs, 10% bust, and then the 15% always goes
Widespread damaging winds
about
and
as
threat
planned.
for tornadoes. And all this activity right now is moving northeast. All these areas right now are radar indicated pockets of rotation. With that said, we obviously could get a tornado at any time. In between radar scans too is also possible. Checking to see if we have any reports on Twitter. By the way, if you have any reports, you can tweet us on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. If you have any sort of photos or videos, you can follow us on Facebook at MaxVelocityWX and message us there or on Twitter. But obviously, if you're in any of these tornado warnings, don't try to take photos. Just go to your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And also, an update on Texas. The rotation has broadened on that storm that was near Lometa, Texas. Large hail is still a concern, though. So continue to stay away from windows, as hail could go into windows, especially if there's strong winds in that area.
5% significant, though, doesn't really do anything. Down south, like he was saying, this what in Texas is this? Oh, another. They will not do a tornado watch. They refuse to. This one near Lometa. Watch behind
Alright.
it. Good
New radar
rotation
scan
could
in
start.
just about a minute. And we'll again see if anything's confirmed or anything goes confirmed. All these again still radar indicated rotations, but obviously it's covering a very large area. St. Elmo and Vandalia, by the way, you are both in that tornado warning that was issued a few minutes ago. Effingham, I would make your precautions like now. Take precautions. And make sure that you're staying very vigilant. Anywhere in front of this. If I'm going to circle a bunch of areas here. If you, and again, we're looking at southern and central Illinois right now. If you're in any of these areas here, you should have your precautions already taken or get them taken now.
Let's play this out.
Multiple ways to receive alerts. Watch the radar very closely. Again, we'll be live throughout this entire thing, so you can watch us here on YouTube. We'll keep you posted as these storms continue to move to the east, and just stay very vigilant. Because
This is a system I went through St. Louis and
at this point,
produced.
widespread damaging winds, even some large hail, but that's becoming less of a concern, and the threat for tornadoes, which we've already had multiple confirmed tornadoes at this point. I believe we're going to have some better views on velocities here, a little bit at least. Yeah, here's the rotation near Witt. This is a better view of that. So that rotation's moving towards Ramsey, Witt, Coden, and Shelbyville. So that's one pocket of rotation. Another area of rotation. West-southwest of Ramsey. Another one near Pleasant Mound. And then nothing we can really see from there. Let's go to this radar site. We're starting to get to more radar sites, so we'll have better views of stuff. That's a strong pocket of rotation near Breese, it looks like. Yeah, strong pocket of rotation near Breese, Illinois. And that could drop a tornado at any time. So here relatively soon, we'll have more radar sites out in front of us. So we'll have better views of certain storms.
Whoa.
You're just tuning in, folks. This is a dangerous squall line that's, again, been producing multiple tornadoes. At this point, it's probably going to be a tornado outbreak. Again, if you are anywhere in the tornado warned boxes, those are those pink polygons, you need to go to your safe place. We don't have anything confirmed as of right now, but that could change at any time as these storms do continue to evolve and move further east. We are watching multiple different areas. We're going to be in between 3 different radar sites, so confirming stuff might become a little bit harder for at least a brief amount of time. But we'll do our best to at least keep you posted if anything does end up getting confirmed. There's obviously multiple storm chasers out there. We have Connor Croft, bottom right of your screen. He's on the storm that's near Witt. This one has some strengthening rotation
Texas
right
may be
now.
about to
That's going to be going towards Shelbyville, Illinois, Stewartson, and Effingham as well, by the way. Be mindful. Storms will be on your way here soon. Pretty broad area of circulation near Greenville, by the way. It looks like it's a bit weaker, at least on the back side of this area, but we do have some rotation that's near Interstate 70, going towards Vandalia right now.
Yeah, this might be about drop a tornado near Lometa, Texas.
Yeah, the threats of tornadoes are south of Springfield. We do have some storms near Springfield, but they're not tornadic. This is all south of Springfield, Illinois. I'm surprised there are 0 tornado watches. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't issue one for this area, but I mean, they are issuing warnings well ahead of time, so that's at least a good thing. New severe thunderstorm warning for Mount Vernon near Highway 127. That is east of Chester. This is also for Pinckneyville, Illinois. This is for damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. That's a widespread threat, by the way, so make sure you're hatching down trampolines. Make sure that you're protecting plants. Any loose line items, protect all that stuff if you're anywhere in this yellow polygon that's just been issued there near Mount Vernon, Illinois. Damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour is a threat across this entire area. And this area, again, is huge. This stretches for 178 miles north to south, with widespread damaging winds being possible.
Oh.
Or at least numerous, but potentially even widespread as well.
Oh, man. Excuse me. Again, reports of a funnel on this Lometa one, so we're going to actually want to stick with this, probably.
And we're going to be in between a lot of radar sites over the next few minutes.
This looks like it's definitely kind of coming up here. There are a lot of houses actually on these roads over here, so this isn't going in a good. Oh man, I know this is not going in a good spot. Hopefully it lists, or hopefully it just doesn't go on the ground. But this is not looking actually that good for the town of Lometa, Texas right now. With the new scan, it's not looking good.
Winds going toward and away from the radar. Still some circulation there. Just south of Route 50, approaching the Carlisle area. That'll be going towards Sandoval, Illinois here pretty soon. And then further to the north, we still have a very broad area of circulation. I'm not
This
sure if
right
we're gonna
here,
continue to see
you know,
anything
Lometa,
like
it
that.
should
We'll
be
get there in the
heading.
last few minutes.
I have no direction
With
what
this environment that we've had so far, I
north
wouldn't rule out
to
that it might
northeast
intensify again.
at
Near
around
Ramsey, Illinois right now. That is a strong area of rotation that's developing. On kind of a discrete cell that's out in
10
front of
miles
this
an hour,
line.
or southeast
So
at 10
that is near
miles an hour.
Ramsey right now. So that right there, moving east-northeast going towards Route 51, that is a strong pocket of
10
rotation
miles
that
an
could
hour.
be
These
used
are very
at any time.
slow.
And make sure that
Oh,
you're staying in
shoot.
your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible.
10.
Interior room of your home or building.
No, nothing in the way of that.
Windows.
That it definitely does not look good, and hopefully I don't
So
see
another
any
pocket of
debris yet
rotation
on
right
that.
there.
This is gonna
So
go
stay on
towards the
this
town of
screen here for a
Ogles.
second.
God,
That is
let's
a
have a quick
strengthening
talk though,
area
real
of
quick
rotation right now.
about
We got two of them.
the atmosphere in Texas. So in Texas today, the atmosphere is actually very similar to May 27th, 1997, with the Gerald F5. With very high Cape. Cape was in the 5,000s in Texas today, nearing 6,000 along kind of this line. It still is. This is about most active part of the day. There's probably about 5 near record Cape in Texas for this time of year, and a low shear. They're going southeast at a very slow speed, and this all really does line up with Cheryl. Obviously, that doesn't mean Cheryl will happen. That's a 1 in a million type event, but it's just precautionary to always be aware, even if you're in the 2%. Same issue with that day, overproduced, and a new tornado warning just got issued.
So that would be our next tornado warning. If we get one, it'll probably be that one. That's back down in Texas.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Yeah. Well, I literally just said it. Lampasas, Texas, you're under a new tornado warning. This is radar indicated rotation. If you are in this tornado warning,
That's heading right for Lampasas.
Lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building.
Let's look at the Cape if I can
Strong area
model
rotation.
regional HRRR. And let's run.
So again, Lampasas, Texas, you need to seek shelter immediately, away from windows and lowest floor possible.
Surface base
Interior
Cape.
room
Let's see
of
what
your
it
home
ran
or
on
building.
this.
This is a strong pocket of rotation right now. That's
Right
approaching,
now, this tornado warning is actually not the highest area of Cape, only around 1,000. It's heading towards around 3,000 up over here. We're 5,200 joules per kilogram Cape. Over here, we're near, again, 5,000. There's these little pockets, again, by Dallas. Almost 5,000 joules per kilogram Cape. Very dangerous situation. You definitely want to be watching out, even though you're in a 2% tornado risk.
That is really strong.
Man, my nose won't stop running. But anywhere near Lometa, Texas, I believe this is probably on the ground. We'll have to see the next scan, which it did just update.
Again, we'll keep a close eye on that. I'll continue
I don't see a CC drop either on this new scan. They didn't issue a moderate because the SRH was so low.
That is some really strong rotation over Ramsey right now. That is really strong rotation.
Or Ramsey.
Let's see if there's any other radar sites
shoot.
that are verifying anything on this. We're in between 3 radar sites. That is really strong rotation near Ramsey, Illinois. That'll be going towards Herrick, Coden, and Lakewood, Illinois, over the next several minutes. Strong pocket of rotation. That's moving eastbound. Yeah, if you are anywhere in these tornado warnings, you need to stay in your safe place. Do not get out of there unless you're behind these tornado warnings that are, back out to the west like Hillsborough. You don't have to be in your safe place anymore. But if you're actively in a tornado warning, you should at least heed the warning. Just heed it. Just go to your safe place. Do not mess around with these storms. We have so many areas of circulation. That means, like, we literally could have a tornado with any of these storms. It just...
It wouldn't
they
know.
could be brief. We don't really know. Because the radar only updates so often.
Oh, well. Oh, no, don't do this.
Once again, we could get a tornado at any time.
Let's see, let me just pull up the coefficient. There might be a CC drop. There might be a tiny CC drop. I'm
By
not
the way,
gonna lie.
We do have 7 tornado warnings.
Right
So,
there
that's not an
and right
exaggeration.
there.
That is literally how many we have right now. It's just been unbelievable.
This is not in a good spot, guys. I think this could definitely start producing a tornado.
We radar scan here in just a minute. We need split screen so we can watch these all at once. I don't know how we could even split screen this. I know there's this option, but I don't think it'll allow me to go another area. I don't think it splits like that. So much for a couple of tornadoes today. Yeah, this has been pretty unbelievable.
All of these look like they could have good
It's still a
rotation.
strong pocket of rotation here, Ramsey. Waiting for the next radar scan. It's still pretty strong. Don't have a CC drop on this, but it obviously could drop a tornado at any time. And then the tornado warning in Texas right now. Going back to that on my phone.
Yeah.
Lampasas, Texas right now. We still have some strong rotation. It's not confirmed at this point, but that could still drop a tornado at any time. And that's again going towards Lampasas.
All right, waiting for the next radar scan. Near Ramsey, I believe this might have had. This is 656, so
Here.
the
So
most
again, here's the
recent
upper
one
storms that we have tornado warned in southern Illinois.
does not look like
If you're just
it's.
tuning in, again, this is a area that stretches for about 100 miles north to south.
I would also start calling this a derecho event, just because of how widespread it has been.
If you're just tuning in, you haven't heard anything about this. We have a squall line that's ongoing. It's producing extensive wind damage, and it's produced multiple tornadoes at this point. And there's a possibility that more tornadoes could come out of this as this activity continues to move eastbound. So if you are in any of these tornado warnings, you need to take them very seriously and stay away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. We still have a strong area of rotation that is near Ramsey, Illinois. That could drop a tornado. And we also have a tornado warning outside of this area near Lampasas, Texas, that has a chance to produce a tornado. But again, just unbelievable what we've been seeing so far. And this is all moving east at about 45 miles per hour. This entire squall line is capable of producing tornadoes. Again, if we get anything confirmed, we will obviously hop right to it. We don't have anything confirmed at this exact moment. But it's very possible that we have tornadoes happening in between radar scans, which obviously could produce, again, damage. Tyler, it's down in the description. I'm not seeing a CC drop on the storm in Texas. The rotation was strong there for a few minutes, but it's beginning to weaken again. So that Lampasas storm is beginning to weaken, at least for the time being. I think I'm getting some photos on that storm. I'll see if I can pull them up. Connor's on the tornado warning. That's on the northern side of these storms, by the way. And if you do have any photos or videos, you can tweet me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. We also have Discord link below and our Facebook page link below.
Honestly, I can't tell if I want to go with this one or this one. It is in a bad spot for radar. It's right in between these two.
Let's see if we have anything that I can show. I don't see anything right now that looks too crazy from Facebook. All right. 100 miles of tornado warnings. Yeah, I mean, there's a small split between this, but it's 115 miles of tornado warnings basically right now across southern Illinois. One of the largest areas extensively that I've seen in quite a while. Any confirmed tornadoes yet? If we didn't have a confirmed tornado out of this activity, I would be shocked with how many. I mean, again, there have been tornadoes, undoubtedly. We've already had a couple confirmed by radar, but like, you know, there's definitely been tornadoes. There's just no way with how many tornado warnings we have. And for those that are just tuning into weather for the first time, this is not normal. This is not normal at all. We do not see tornado warnings like this that often that are across this extensive an area. Again, tornado warnings are only used for when rotation is strong enough where there could be a tornado. So this is obviously evident right now that we have, again, significant storms right now that are ongoing across much of Illinois. And even back into Texas. We had a tornado warning in Mississippi, Texas, all those places.
Let me.
That's why in chat say that Marine, Illinois got hit by a tornado, which there was a tornado warning there earlier, so it's definitely possible.
No
Wait for the
CC
next
drop.
radar scan. I think we're in a... I don't know which radar site to even use anymore. We got 3. So we still have a broad area of circulation near Breeze, Illinois. That was a little bit stronger at one point. It's a bit more broad. Still have some circulation near Ramsey. I'm not seeing anything super strong right now. But we'll continue to watch it closely in case anything does try to drop there. Which from this radar site, that's north of the storms. It's been showing some pretty strong rotation near the Herrick area, but it is possible that the hail is playing a factor into that, which could potentially be causing contamination. We haven't had any CC drops, so nothing confirmed yet on that. Continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. I do apologize, by the way. I think my OBS just cut out, but I think I'm back.
Jesus. This one behind this.
Like that.
This one behind the storm here, this severe thunderstorm warning, I think you might actually want to watch this for a tornado. The reason why, we're getting kind of in a bad area here, but this is gonna try and rotate and get pushed around with this coming into it. I think that could actually really help it form a good hook and kind of get off its feet and get going here as it heads towards La Paz, Texas, and southeast, more towards Bertram and towards Austin. Up north, these tornado warnings have been kind of more organized. We're down to 5 warnings, but that's really just because they've kind of fixed their warnings. They put a few together just to kind of even it out, make it more simple. Whoa. Nothing on that. A lot of false alarm right there. But this whole line will continue all the way, I really believe, in almost into West Virginia. Illinois continues to prove that I think it has by far had the most tornadoes this year. We've had a lot of Illinois tornadoes. This whole area has been a lot more active than I thought. Between Illinois and Ohio and down even into Kentucky has really been producing a lot of big time tornadoes. No violent tornadoes yet though this year, thankfully.
Over the next several minutes, so continue to stay in your safe place if you're in that pink polygon. And we still have a tornado warning near Sparta and the Coulterville area. This rotation's seemingly a bit broader right now, but we'll continue to keep a close eye on that. That tornado warning does go for about 17 more minutes, or 12 more minutes, and then the severe thunderstorm warning may replace that tornado warning further down to the east of that storm. So this will be for those in Mount Vernon, back through Pinckneyville for damaging winds up to 70
This looks like,
miles
yeah, a
per
lot more
hour.
damaging winds through
And
there.
back over to the south of Springfield with these storms approaching Effingham and Shelbyville. These are still storms that are capable of producing a tornado threat. We still have some rotation near Coden and a little bit near Ramsey. Again, nothing confirmed out of this activity as of right now, but all this activity is capable of producing
For what?
a tornado as this activity continues to move eastbound. And again, all this will be heading towards Effingham, Stewartson, and Shelbyville over the next several minutes.
Whoa, there's some weird little pockets of rotation in there.
And let's quickly check back up on the Texas tornado warning. So we're between radar scans. This is the one near Lampasas. This rotation's broadening out pretty quickly. They actually might cancel this tornado warning. That rotation has really died out fast. It was much stronger at one point. It actually may have produced a tornado near Lametta. Some very strong rotation there briefly. But that rotation's broadening out. So the one in Texas, I'm not nearly as concerned about. We'll keep a close eye on it, but that rotation has been broadening for the last several minutes. And for those in DFW, storms haven't fired up yet, but they should be within the next hour. I'm surprised they actually haven't yet. That environment is super favorable for storms today with how much instability there is.
Oh, wow, they haven't.
And back to Illinois. Again, we still got 4 large tornado warnings in effect for central and southern Illinois. We still have 1 back down in Texas.
And 6 tornado warnings.
And we have a new one.
Extension, it looks like.
Warning has been issued.
All right, another tornado warning. And this one is for Salem, Kinmundy, Sandoval,
Let's see it.
Luca. If you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter immediately. away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible.
I definitely give
This
it the
is another
possibility.
tornado warning on top of everything that we've seen, and this one's going to include those in central and southern parts of Illinois. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. It's another tornado warning. They're issuing this pretty well ahead of time because of how many circulations we've had. They're giving very advanced notice at this point. And this is all moving eastbound, going towards Kinmundy, Interstate 57, Salem, Luca, Sandoval. We have another severe thunderstorm warning for east of Springfield for damaging winds.
I'm
Just
gonna
keep that in
go
mind if
eat
you're near
real quick,
Decatur.
guys. I'll put this up. Hold up.
Wow. This has quite literally been unbelievable here. If you are new to the channel, again, make sure
You know what? I'll give it a bit
keep you
longer.
posted with the latest over the next
I do have to go
several
eat,
hours,
but
AC
I
storms
definitely want to
continue
cover
moving
this.
some
It's
pretty
kind of,
severe
this is
tornadoes.
really coming at an inopportune time.
And once
Because I
again,
just
there
got
are
back
healthy
from
circulations. I'm trying to
doing
go over
stuff,
all of
and
them, but we
it
just
just
have
kind of
so
came
many.
up. So
This is really the main area
gotta
that I'll be
cover what you
watching
gotta
for the
cover.
next
It's
several
hard
minutes.
sometimes. So
That's going to be approaching Shelbyville, Illinois, near Coden.
these
This
all
is
are
to
pretty
produce a
embedded,
tornado.
and these will
This
all
is
probably
really
just
one
keep
of the more
on going,
concerning
whether they're
areas.
producing or not.
Nothing strong
These
enough you
won't
can see
stop.
that would indicate a tornado,
There's
but they're
nothing
moving
that
in
really
towards
could stop
Stewartstown,
these from going. They were
all
never
towards
in a
Interstate
good
57,
spot.
Mattoon,
The atmosphere
Effingham will be
doesn't
the
look
track
like
of
it
that.
changes that
We'll
much
probably get another
until you
tornado
get
warning here
about
in
to
about,
the
I
end
don't
of
know,
this
5,
severe
10 minutes
thunderstorm
maybe,
watch.
for those in Effingham and Mattoon. So if you're
That
out in front of this
125 by the
coast area,
SPC.
that would be the
We
next
have
area
3
that's on
little
track of this
severe
activity.
thunderstorm watches, one here, one there, and one there in the mesoskill discussion. The real watch actually goes a lot further though. This severe thunderstorm watch
You
is
know any
going.
friends or family in central or
Oh wait,
southern
no.
Illinois,
Hold
feel
up.
free to share the stream with them. Again, we'll be keeping you posted with the latest as all these storms
Oh,
do continue
nearly
to produce some
1,000
tornado
miles.
threat
That is
over the next
incredible.
few hours. And
And
make
if you
sure
count
you have
that,
any
if you
friends
drove
or
through
family
there, it
behind
probably
these
is.
storms, like
It's
St.
definitely
Louis,
1,000.
give them a call or text. Make sure that they're doing all right.
It's incredible.
We've had a lot of storms here. A lot of these have produced severe weather. A lot of them have produced tornadoes at this point. And so there has been at least some level of damage across many of these areas. Power outages are ramping up across Illinois and eastern Missouri. And I would expect that number of power outages to continue to go up in Illinois. Bond County, Illinois has one of the highest numbers of power outages right now. So just heads up there, that's one county that has one of the highest number of power outages. Still have some strong rotation approaching Coden and Shelbyville. And the tornado warning that's southeast of St. Louis near Sparta, that one is still producing some rotation, but I don't think this one's going to get a new tornado warning, but we'll have to wait and see. There is definitely still a hook here. We do have an inflow. It is a QLCS. We could get a tornado there near Sparta as it moves eastbound. No CC drop yet. But that rotation we'll have to continue to watch very closely. But we're kind of in a bit of a radar hole right now, so it's going to be a little bit harder to see everything from this distance, at least when it comes to correlation.
And there was a confirmed tornado in Lometa, Texas. That was confirmed. Let me show you guys the picture from that. That's actually a very pretty tornado.
Surprisingly, no PDS yet. Yeah, I mean, well, that's one thing that's surprising, but what is really just surprising in general today is how many tornado warnings we've had. And this just goes to show that some severe weather events can go crazy. Like this. Like, it's not unheard of. This happens sometimes. And so, you know, if this is why you should never, rule out a severe weather day like
Yep.
this. Even though it was an enhanced and there was only a 5% tornado risk. Obviously, a lot of these storms I do think have produced mostly damaging winds, but that tornado threat, again, has obviously showed itself here this afternoon and evening across many areas. And we still have, as of now, 5 tornado warnings here across much of Illinois. And the tornado warning in Texas has been canceled, by the way, so that's the only one that we don't have anymore. So
I
all the
just looked
tornado
down
warnings
at it.
right
It's
now
like,
are in Illinois.
was that there still?
It makes it a little bit easier so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Let's go back to Sparta again real quick. Not seeing anything too strong there. Again, no CC drop on that one. There is CC right there, but that's not the rotation. I'm just gonna stay on this until we get another radar scan. By the way, thank you to anybody that has super chatted or become a member. Again, we've had a lot of tornado warnings. We're primarily focused on that, but I do appreciate your generosity. Try to get them at some point here soon. Hopefully. But these tornado warnings have been crazy. I'm still going through some of our reports here. By the way, new severe thunderstorm watch just issued. That's for Effingham. That's actually, I think, Springfield too. Yeah, Springfield got added to that severe thunderstorm watch. So this watch has now been expanded. So if you are near Terre Haute, Charleston, Effingham, you are all now included in a new severe thunderstorm watch. Not a tornado watch, but a severe thunderstorm watch. So if you're anywhere in this watch, make sure that you are staying very vigilant and staying very weather aware. Wow, this is a live cyclone report on Radar Omega back over in southeast Missouri. Very ominous skies there. And again, we have another pretty significant storm over here near Frederickstown producing some large hail. So some significant hail ongoing down that direction. And once again, we'll probably get a new tornado warning here in a few minutes for Shelbyville. Sullivan, maybe, Mattoon, kind of going in this direction. We'll probably get a new tornado warning somewhere in here. So Paradise, Mattoon, Interstate 57, south of Sullivan, Stewartson also, all going to be in the really two circulations right now. 1 and 2. Two different pockets of rotation, and both of these could still produce a tornado down the road. We have another area of storms developing east of Springfield, and it's only damaging winds right now, but we have had some rotation near Harristown. So we have another area of storms to watch for now, which is going to be this area near Springfield, because we have another cluster here near that warm frontal boundary that is now also beginning to show at least some signs of rotation. At least some broad rotation. That'll be moving towards Decatur. So I'll have to watch that closely as well. Yeah, we still have two strong pockets of rotation north of St. Elmo. And we got 1 and 2. Those are going to be moving towards Shelbyville. If you're in Shelbyville or Coden, you need to go to your safe place immediately, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. If you guys do see any reports on Twitter, like anything about a tornado or damage or anything like that, at me at MaxVelocityWX. I'll try to relay information. Once again, the tornado warning in Lampasas, Texas has been canceled, so just a heads up there. And that's our latest update on that storm. So we don't have any storms right now in Texas that are an imminent tornado threat. They are all very well weakened down there, so nothing concerning for the time being there. But what is still concerning are the storms that are currently, again, aligned here across much of central and southern Illinois. Again, all these areas of rotation are still radar indicated. The threat of a tornado still exists with these storms. So continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, if you are in any of these pink polygons. Probably get another tornado warning again in a few minutes near Shelbyville, is my guess. It is becoming nighttime, by the way, across many of these areas, which does mean that we are going to begin to go into a phase where nocturnal tornadoes are possible, meaning that observations of tornadoes are going to be harder to, see. And that essentially means that it's going to get a little bit more dangerous because it's nighttime. Daytime, it's a little bit better because if you're driving, you at least have visual sometimes, at least if the storms aren't rain-wrapped, you have visual of the storms. But the fact of the matter is we're going into nighttime now, and you can see that at the bottom right of your screen. Connor's driving right through a tornado-warned cell right now, and, it's nighttime. So it's going to get much harder to see these storms at this point. The tornado warning for those in Shelby, or not Shelby. What was this again? in Pickneyville near Sparta, has been canceled. So that warning's no longer ongoing, or expired. Sorry, it was not officially canceled, but it expired. So rotation's not strong enough, at least for now, for there to be a tornado warning there. But we still have 3 tornado warnings here across central, or really central southern Illinois. And these are, again, all moving east at about 45 miles per hour. Tornadoes still remain a possibility here as they continue to move east. By the way, here's the, for the first time in, I think, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I think this is the first time in 2 hours we are under 5 tornado warnings. That is insane. Here's the tornado threat that was outlined by the Storm Prediction Center, by the way. So this gives you a perspective that we are probably about halfway done, at least with this QLCS tornado threat. Obviously, it really peaked in here. We could still see it peak down the road. I mean, this is nowhere near done, but the tornado threat is really basically mostly confined to this area here, but obviously mostly in this now. So granted, again, we're probably going to at least get a couple more tornadoes, maybe a few more tornadoes, as this activity does continue to move eastbound, going towards Effingham and Terre Haute over the next several minutes. So again, if you're in any of these tornado warnings, or if you're anywhere out in front of this area of storms, continue to stay very vigilant, as there will likely be more tornado warnings here over the next few hours. I don't think we're anywhere close to done still.